strawweight division, and we have the number 14 ranked Juliana Lima, Jutai from Brazil, and this is going to be an awesome fight with her taking on the Cookie Monster, Carla Esparza, ranked number 2 in this strawweight division. I am pumped up and excited for this fight. It's going to be awesome. These two women are badass warriors, and they're both beautiful and they're both awesome to watch. And this is, I am really excited. I'm glad that we have this on here, that we get to see these two women fight. Right now, they're doing a ring introduction, and they both look very intense. Juliana Lima, I believe, has a lot of reach on Carla, so that's going to be very interesting to see how that goes into play with things. Will that give Jutai Lima the advantage, or will Cookie Monster Esparza end up getting in there on her and getting the takedown and so forth? Now, we have Big John McCarthy as the referee, and Ariane was a ring girl, and they got 4 octagon girls there. So very awesome stuff. So here we go. They're both slowly, methodically going toward the center of the octagon. Esparza takes the center as Lima is, in the white with the green, and Esparza's in the blue with the black and blue. So what what Cookie Monster Esparza's weakness is Juliana Lima, her strength. So this should be interesting to see if Jutai Lima, if she uses her strength, her best abilities, and everything will, if she uses them to her best ability, she should win this one easily. But with Cookie Monster Esparza being out for so long training, you got to wonder how she's, come up from that, so if you know the channel, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment. If you enjoy the live streaming commentary, full fight reaction video here by Crazy Joe and Big Dog Jimmy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Juliana Lima ends up taking her down slightly, and Cookie Monster gets back up, but Jutai ends up using her, strength and upper body, her length, to pick her up and slam her into the cage. And Esparza is punching her in the face. She ends up getting kneed by Juliana Lima. Lima ends up giving her another knee. Esparza punches her a couple times on the side. Lima and Esparza look like they're breaking. Oh, she hits her with the knee, connects with the right, connects with another shot, and it looked like she was gonna go get knocked out, but she ends up going for a takedown as her knees went weak there. It looked like by Esparza. Esparza is on top with top control, well within the mount. But she's picked her up and slammed her down as Lima is bringing her legs up, trying to get to a triangle, and she's punching punching Esparza in the head. Esparza is trying to punch her back. Lima she gets her leg up, she gets an arm, she's going for an armbar, and Esparza gets out of it and ends up getting half guard, side control kinda, and Lima is fighting it, defending it very well. So this is very interesting stuff here, and she's on her side somewhat, trying to leverage and flip over her. She's in full half guard control, Esparza is, with halfway through the first round, getting some body shots on Lima on the ground. Carla is trying to get her leg out, trying to get up and get full side control, and Lima ends up wrapping her back up, getting her back up, and pretty much getting her back into the full mount, full guard, I mean. And she is, you never know when you're going to hear somebody just randomly sing, blurt out loud something, or other stuff happen here at Crazy Joe's Galaxy. So she's wrapped her legs up around Esparza. Esparza had picked her up and slammed her down again at one point, but Lima is working toward getting either an armbar or a head and arm triangle, I think it's called. And Esparza is getting little punches onto Lima. She's got a nice little punch there onto Lima on the ground. Lima is still working for submissions from the bottom, and she's pushing Esparza's face around. and she is trying to take Lima. Ooh, Lima with a head kick to Esparza. Esparza is trying to come down, and she ate another head kick. Lima's on the ground. Pop, pop, pop. Her in the face multiple times to Esparza. Right now, even though Esparza's on top, Lima is winning the fight because of the offense and defense that she's done to control Esparza. Even though she got taken down and she's on her back, she is, doing enough, in my opinion, to win this round, even being on the bottom. And Esparza's in half guard control right now, punching Lima. Esparza has to do something really big here to take this round, in my opinion. Lima is pushing a hand over her face, trying to lock her up. Another front kick, another kick to the head, just blasting her. Esparza rolls her up and flips her up on her head, and just getting a bunch of little punches on her. And that was pretty interesting how Esparza rolled her up in the pile driver like position. Like when you take somebody and you pile drive them. Esparza get kicked in the face again by Lima on the ground, and that was a brutal round. That was awesome. Now, man, it's going to the second round. Like that is going to be so intense after that round. Like that was a very fun round. And now we're going to be going to second round. Right now we're at commercial, so I'm like kind of popping around, checking things out. So like I say, if you're new, if you enjoy the video, hit that subscribe button. Be doing all the rest of the fights for the night. More than likely after the event, I'll be doing the early prelims, the two fights that I missed that I don't have up yet, with a breakdown, with commentary. I already know who won, but I don't know how the submission with one of them. So, it'll be interesting to see where things end up being at with that. So interesting. That still hasn't changed yet. Kind of would have figured that. But anyways, that was a long fight. So we're back to the second round with these two women in the strawweight division, and this is going to be intense. Will it get out of the second round? I don't think so. I think we're going to see a finish here in the second round. Both of these women are really tough, so it's going to take something extra special to take them out, for one of them to take the other one out. Lima and Esparza are in the center of the cage, and Esparza went for a fake. She totally telegraphed that takedown. Like she just like put her hands out. She keeps faking like she's going for a takedown. So maybe she's trying to set up a knockout. But if she keeps on trying to go for that takedown, I think Lima is going to end up striking her with a knee in the head. But Lima ends up punching her with counter strikes in the head, as Esparza pretended to go for a takedown and came up with strikes. And she's chasing down Esparza right now. Esparza comes in with a left, and Lima ends up blasting her with a right, I believe. Lima is holding the center of the cage, center of the octagon. Ooh, a knee to the face of Esparza. Esparza ends up taking her down while she was holding her after that, and she slams her to the ground again. And Lima has an underhook on Esparza and has her in full guard. This is crazy. This has been a lot of. Now she's getting kneed in the butt by Esparza. Esparza gets her on the ground, but I don't think she's gonna really be able to do much. Oh, she broke free from the underhook there, but Lima is trying to get her into a submission while Esparza is trying to pin down the leg, and she ends up getting in half guard control, and she's blasting away on Esparza with little rights. Esparza gives her a headlock, and Lima headlocks Esparza, and she's trying to walk around. She's trying to walk to the side, but she's still got a leg wrapped up by Lima. And she's pushing down on her. She's trying to get her. She's still trying to break free from with that leg, but Lima is blocking it, and she just elbowed Esparza and then punched her in the head. And now she's getting punched in the head by Esparza. Carla is trying to break that leg free, but Lima is not letting it go. and she is getting punched in the face by Esparza. Esparza is punching away on Lima right now. Right now, Lima is losing this round if it keeps on going this way, in my opinion, because Esparza keeps on hitting her with strikes. She ends up blasting her with some ground punches. You know what I mean? So Lima is a front kicking her in the face on the ground. She's doing a bunch of up kicks to Esparza. She got like 3 or 4 there. Esparza trying to go and get some ground and pound, but not really getting too much of it. Lima is taking hand control, and Esparza picks her up and slams her down to the ground again. And Lima is bringing her legs up, trying to get her legs in position for submission. Esparza eats some elbows on the ground to the top of the head, and Lima is trying to get her legs up there again for submission. Lima is holding down Esparza, controlling her while she's on bottom. You know, I think Esparza's bloody. Esparza's bleeding from her face. Blood's pouring out of her face. Blood's just coming out. It's like, oh my God, she's bleeding hard. And I think that's going to end up causing her to end up getting choked out here. Lima is really trying to. She almost had a submission hold on her, but Lima is just blasting away. Esparza is blasting away on her as well. We got less than 1 minute to go here in the second round, and Lima has busted Carla Esparza wide open. Blood just coming down, raining down on Lima from Esparza right now. Esparza is trying to get some little hammer fist. Oh, she's got an arm. She's going to try and get an arm. Nope, she's going for a leg. Esparza is giving up a leg. Oh, Lima has got the back of Esparza. They're up against the cage with 30 seconds to go. And Esparza ate a knee, and so did Lima. They both traded knees. Lima takes down Esparza, but then Esparza gets up to her knee and gets up, and she knees her in the head on the way up. 15 seconds to go in the second round, and Lima ends up hitting her with a knee in the gut. And Lima and Esparza look like they're going to a third round here, unless something magical happens here in the last couple of seconds. So there we go, going to a third round, a brutal, awesome action between these two women in the strawweight division. I knew when they announced this fight that this was going to be an awesome fight between these two women, because these two women are awesome warriors in the octagon, and always a lot of fun to watch them. Just really enjoy the two of them. And now that Esparza has been busted open on her nose, what does that mean for what is it, what's it going to do to her in the third round here with having a possible busted nose? Like she got punched pretty hard in the face there. So it's going to be interesting to see where that ends up going, you know. So we're getting ready to come back. So they're back early. They're still showing them in the corners. So that's kind of cool. And now it won't be long until we end up right here with an up kick. Boosh! Up kick to Esparza by Lima. And then another one. No, she tried to get another one. And she's all blood. Lima is bloodied up by Esparza's nose. I'm pretty sure she broke her nose on that one. So we are in the third round of a strawweight fight between Esparza and Lima. Lima and Esparza meet in the center of the octagon. And she connects with a left. Esparza misses. Lima chasing down Esparza. Esparza fakes a takedown. I really think one of these times she's going to go for a takedown. She's going to end up eating a knee. She ends up punching Lima with lefts and rights, and Lima just shrugs it off. And Esparza takes her down. And Lima has got her in the full guard, trying to wrap her legs around her fully. But then she's got an underhook. So I got it 1 round to 1 round. It's going to be interesting to see how the judges score it. The judges might see it 2 rounds to none, but I got Lima with 1 round and Esparza with 1 round. She punched her in the face. Lima's is rocking her some. Esparza look like she's tiring out here as Lima is on bottom, and Esparza's just doing little punches. If she gets, I wonder if she's gonna be able to somehow get her into. She looks like she's trying to control an arm to get an arm bar. It's very possible Lima could do that. Esparza's posturing up and putting her weight down on her, and Lima pops her off of her, and Esparza with a little punch. Now, ooh, a little short elbow by Esparza to Lima, by Lima to Esparza. Lima has got an arm. Ooh, up kick. Just devastated. Just blasted her open even more. She's chopping away at her legs. Lima gets up. All right, 3 minutes to go. Esparza trying to take her down. Go for the guillotine, 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 guillotine. Oh, man, she popped her head out. Lima is controlling the arms of Esparza. Esparza just take you down, take you down, take you down. But not really doing anything with that takedown. Lima with a little short elbow and trying to pop over and get that arm. She kicks her off of her again. And now Lima is back up again. Lima is going to have to do something special here. And, ooh, she ate a nasty right, left by Esparza. Esparza with a single leg takedown at a time. And she's got full side control. Now, if Lima can roll her over, that could be huge for her. Right now, Esparza's got side control, and she's kneeing her in the side and in the back. Lima's got an underhook, and Lima is getting hit with multiple knees on the side by Esparza. She's trying to block her from being able to get up and over and get some kind of submission. Lima is pushing down on her. Lima wraps up Esparza's head somewhat with the head, but Esparza's fighting out of it while she's on top and side control, popping an elbow into the side of Lima. Lima eating some fists by Esparza. Lima's trying to fight out of it. Oh, she wrapped her head up. Oh, she's got her. No, Lima ends up taking top control on the side in minute 16 to work to end up getting a submission victory for Lima. Esparza is trying to do what Lima did to her and wrap her head up and take control back. But I think Lima is going to end up taking this fight at the very end here. It's very possible. She has got a very good submission arsenal with a lot of different submissions that she can end up popping out. And she's got 50 seconds to work to do something to take this by submission. Otherwise, most likely, she will not win this fight. She's in half guard now. She ended up, Esparza wrapped her leg up. Now, she's trying to get the head and arm choke, I believe, with 30 seconds to go. I think she should have stayed inside, tried to wrap that arm. Now, 25 seconds. Hey, you don't know what's going on with the fighter. Esparza had top control for 9 minutes and a half. Lima with 30-some seconds of it. But the first round, Lima was doing a lot of work. So, and it's going to be interesting to see what the judges say here. I mean, that third round there, well, a lot of it was Esparza with the top control, but she really wasn't doing much of anything with it, where Esparza kept on working through it, and eventually she took top control, so it's going to be very interesting to see where the judges score this. In my mind, I kind of feel that Lima did enough to win the third round and ended up, with reversing that and getting the strikes in and everything, that I feel that we're actually going to see Lima win it with a 29-28 split decision. One judge is probably going to go 30-27 Esparza, another judge is going to go 29-28 Lima, and then 29-28 Lima is kind of what I'm expecting the judges to go with. So it's going to be very interesting. It could be very controversial, too, if all three judges see it for Lima. I seen it for Lima. In my opinion, a lot of people probably disagree with me on this, but I think Lima did enough with those up kicks and getting out of getting out from under bottom and being able to do a lot of stuff. I think that she did enough to win the fight. But a lot of people are probably like, oh no, Esparza just totally dominated her and kicked her ass because she was on top the whole time. But she didn't really do much of anything with that. It was very limited damage that she did. Yeah, takedown, takedown, takedown. But you got to do something with the takedown, in my opinion. If I'm, judging, a fight, and just because you took somebody down doesn't mean that you won that round. You have to do something with that takedown. The takedown is huge, but you gotta do, damage to your opponent. You gotta be moving, going for submission attempts. You gotta be doing punches and, other things. And here we go. We're going to the judges here in a couple of seconds. So we're about to find out in a moment. Am I completely wrong, or is it going to be all three judges 30-27 for the Cookie Monster at Spaza, or are the judges going to see it my way with Lima doing enough on bottom to fight off Esparza's first and third round takedowns? 3 rounds. Wow. All three judges scored 30-27. Fucking kidding me? Wow. Carla Esparza wins by unanimous. That's bullshit because you have to do something with the takedown. She barely did anything with the takedown. She got bloody as hell. Her face got smashed up by Lima with the up kicks. Lima did enough to win that fight, in my opinion. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button. Next up, we got Danny Roberts Hot Chocolate versus Dominic Steele. Non-stopped action-packed Dominic Steele, and it's going to be an awesome fight with that one. I'm looking forward to that. The pay-per-view is going to be awesome. It is a stacked pay-per-view. It is an awesome event. It's just going to be non-stop action like the next fight, his nickname is. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the next fight.